Hey guys, Outdoor Jack here again. I've been doing some pretty cool stuff with some of my firearms lately. One of the things that I thought was pretty cool was just doing some of the highlights on these Glocks. The Glock isn't the only firearm you can do this with. Obviously, you can do any polymer gun for sure. And most of your standard firearms as well. I mean, there's not really a whole lot to it. It's not complicated. There's no real deep complex procedure for doing it. It's really simple. I mean, it's your everyday run-of-the-mill fingernail polish, really, to be honest with you. I mean, basically all fingernail polish does, it's acrylic paint, which is exactly what a lot of your highlights and stuff are done in anyway. It's very strong, very durable. It lasts a long time, so something you might want to consider if you're wanting to just put some earrings on your Glock, so to speak. One thing I will caution you about, though, when you're doing it, make sure that you get a non-acetone fingernail polish remover for your cleanup. Do not use an acetone on your firearm. You will tear up your finish. Not all finishes, but some finishes, and you don't want to take the chance. Not with any, you're talking about a firearm. You spend a lot of money on these things. Here's one of the magazines that I haven't done yet. As you can see, I've already kind of done my Glock, and I've done some of the other magazines that I have around. By the way, this is a cleared firearm, just so you know. There's no magazine in it, nothing in there. So we're not working with loaded firearms here. But I just go to the dollar store, get these little patches. They're pretty cheap. I think they're actually $1 a pack for like 80 in the pack. And they're just cheap little cotton patches. Women use them for makeup, nails, things like that. They're just they call them tampons, cotton round tampons. But anyway, I'm just gonna start out. I'm gonna take this thing off. This is actually a large magazine for the Glock, and I've got it kind of locked down here. But tried pulling it off. It's a little scratched up. So this magazine's not going to turn out as nice as this one, but we're still going to do it anyway, just because we can do it and it'll look good here today. First thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is you're going to take one of your patches here and get a little bit of that fingernail polish remover on there, because that stuff's going to work great for cleanup. And go ahead and clean everything up real good. Just clean it off. And let that dry for a minute there. I mean, that stuff does a pretty good job cleaning up. I mean, this magazine's not really dirty, so we're not going to have a whole lot of cleanup with it. But always remember to put your lids back on all your stuff too when you're working with it, because the first thing you do is knock it over and now you have a mess. But I don't know, I thought they turned out pretty nice. The Glock itself did, even. I mean, this thing, really, it just made it pop. It really did. I mean, I thought it looked extremely nice when I was finished with it in comparison to what it did look like. Which I think a lot of the Glocks come with the inlay already done nowadays, but some of them do, some of them don't. But with the fingernail polish, you don't want to shake it. It's a trick I learned. Just spin it in your hands really good, because if you shake it, you get air bubbles, and apparently that's a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not an expert on nails. Could probably ask my mother about it. She's a nail tech, or was for years anyway. She doesn't do it anymore. But apparently that's how you clean it up, or how you shake this stuff up. But yeah, just don't be scared of it. Just literally get in there and dump it into the stuff that you want to highlight. Like I said, it's the same whether you do it on this Glock, the magazine, or the firearm itself. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Glock. I mean, you can do this to a whole lot of other firearms as well, I'm quite sure. It's just a matter of taking the time to do it. You don't have to be in any big hurry. Just take your time with it. Nice little daub will do. And like I said, I know this one's really going to turn out kind of crappy because I got a big scratch run through there from this extender, this handle extension. And I don't know, we're just going to do it anyway and see how it turns out. I mean, what the hell? Worst thing can happen is it's going to look ugly, and we'll just use a different magazine when we're doing competitions or something and want to look nice. Anyway, we're going to give that about 20 minutes or so, and we'll let that dry, and then we'll come back and clean it off and show you what it looks like. Bring you back then. Alright guys, it's been about 15 minutes, and our fingernail polish is pretty much dry, it looks like, for the most part. I think it's dry on the upper side. We're going to go ahead and clean off the extra and see what it looks like. We're probably going to have to do, you know, at least 2 coats on this thing. But we'll at least be able to get an idea of what she's going to look like pretty much right off the bat. But like I said, you know, you probably need to do about 2 or 3 coats on this thing. Usually, I mean, I did 2 on those, did 2 on the Glock itself. 3 would probably work a lot nicer. But as you can see, it turned out pretty nice the way it was. I mean, and this actually looks pretty good, you know, just after the first coat right now. So, but like I said, you know, I waited about 10 minutes. Don't be afraid to actually soak that thing either, because it's not going to hurt anything. The more the remover you use, the faster it'll come off. Really, it'll make it a lot easier to get off all the excess, and probably come out a little cleaner too. You know, and don't be afraid to, you know, do as many coats as you need to, or you feel like you need to dress it up. And you know, like I said, you know, use as much of the cleaner as you need to make sure you get all of the you know, just all of the excess off, because, you know, I mean, you can have a lot on the outside, and it doesn't take too much to clean it up. As you can see, this one didn't turn out too bad, other than, you know, we do got some, you know, here where the scratches are, but no big deal. Like I said, I was doing this one primarily for demonstration, because I've got a few magazines that I've done pretty, you know, a good job with, like this one here, and I've got a couple more of them like that. But you know, like I said before, you know, there's an opportunity for you to put a few earrings on your Glock, or dress it up, put a little jewelry on it, so to speak. And I think it looks a lot nicer than just the standard magazine did. So you guys give yourself a chance to try it out. I mean, it's an easy modification that dresses it up, makes it look nice, and like I said before, you know, you can do it on your gun, you know, just like you do the magazine. And, you know, same results, same materials, and it doesn't take any time. You know, something you can sit around and do while you're watching TV at night. Alright, well, you know, good luck with your firearms, stay safe, teach somebody else to shoot, and if you guys learned anything or liked what you saw, you know, hey, don't be afraid to give a big old thumbs up and maybe share the video. Appreciate your time. Alright, thanks a lot. It's Outdoor Jack. We'll see you guys next time.